He's a Nike guru. He's also a coach doing an outreach, sport outreach. That is based that is Guru Njenga. Yeah, and what he does, it's gonna bless you. So hey guys, welcome back. I told you about David, so I have him right now, and we'll be getting to hear what he does, who he is, and most what is he doing right now. You know, we knew each other back when we were in high school, and it was a great moment back then. And Hasu was really informed too.
Long
time ago. So here I have him, and so let's get to hear who is David.
First of all, David is me. And she named me a genius. I don't know why.
He's very genius. He's got a very brainy. Yeah, he's very brainy.
And okay, officially I'm known as David Gambwa. I joined GUREC.
Yeah, GUREC High School.
Yeah, I came on to realize God at the center. It was in 8th February 2009. Yeah, by then I was in Form 2, and actually I appreciate that moment because it changed my life. And GUREC has been a transformation in my life, knowing Christ at the center and growing, being discipled to be an ambassador of Christ, and being commissioned to the field for the same. Because I remember we went for several missions. In Henny, we also went on another mission right outside the school, which was a bigger challenge.
The compound.
The school compound. Yes, and it was a wow after all. Yes.
For me, okay, I started going to mission when I was in Form 1. So when he came, okay, Nick, I was a pro.
You're a pioneer.
I was a pro in it. And so, okay, after high school, okay, after this Form 2, you went to another school, and then you went to KU and you studied IT. That is computer science, actually. So, was it out of? Did you choose the career out of passion or out of wanting to just learn?
Okay, when I transferred from GUREC, I went to Kwandanze.
Okay.
Yeah, so afterwards, after completing my education, I joined KU, and I was to pursue computer science, but it was a passion. Yes, it was a passion, but it was still my desire. I had that desire to fulfill, to be a computer pro, and the chance never pursued. I never became successful. I dropped out in the second year due to financial challenges.
Yeah, academically good. So
okay, that was not the end of education. So when I was from there, I decided to do a diploma. So I never went to class. So I did some shortcuts, and then I just went to sit for the exam. I sat for diploma exams in banking and finance, and I got a pass. So I only worked for it for a few months.
That's why I call him genius. Right now you are on the field outreach, the sports outreach program. That is in Kenya. Actually, you have your Facebook page. I saw last week. Was it last week you were in Kakamega?
Yes. No, so, last month.
Last month, yeah. Yes. Last month you were in Kakamega. So first of all, tell us about the sports outreach Kenya.
Okay, sports outreach was already a running program in Kenya, and actually I joined it from right when I completed high school, a few months, because when I completed high school I decided to form a team, a football team, and the team was anchored in just sharing the Bible. So we had a Bible study day on Thursday evening. So that day we used to go to a church, Cathedral of Praise Church, and actually I never knew the director of that church was the board member for the sports outreach.
Okay.
So it was a coincidence. Then we met. I also invited him to the sessions, and from there we familiarized with one another. And one time he invited us in an activity. I remember it was a donor visit. The same donors were also host a coaching course in which we were participants. And then from there, it impressed the team that I joined them, and I've been working with them. They have been inspiring me in every walk. They have been also my motivation in my life.
So who is the Sport Outreach? What do you do?
Sports Outreach is an organization. It is based in Lynchburg, US, and Kenya is one of the branches. There's another branch in Uganda. We also have another in El Salvador, Mexico. Yeah, and the US itself.
So who do you target?
Our target is a wide target actually, but we use pillars in our target. So we have several pillars. We have the children pillar, whereby I passionately deal with the children in terms of sports and discipleship. So we disciple the children and in the ways of Christ. And we have the Girls of Destiny. There was also a founder, but handed over to our administrator, with Caro. So Caro is working with the girls. They do several life skills training, which can help them at this scope in their life. Most of them are some are single mothers, and others are, do I call them early mothers or single mothers?
Yeah, you can call them early mothers.
And some are still girls in high school. Yes, so that's what the Girls of Destiny do. And we have another program for the women. It's called Compassion. No, it's called Shauriane Women Group. So actually Shauriane is a group of women who have their own challenges. So it's a support group that brings them together to empower them and to make them feel part of the community. So actually Sportsout is doing a lot, and newly we have introduced chess as one of our biggest.
Yeah, I actually saw an interview that you did with Citizen.
Yes.
For you guys, little kids, they're playing chess.
Yeah.
I myself, I don't know how to play chess. Like seriously, should teach me.
You must do that.
So, why introduce chess to kids?
Okay, it has been an initiative. We borrowed it from Uganda, and it has been doing well in Uganda. Robert Katende is the founder of chess in Uganda, and he has been using chess to empower children, to empower families, and actually make them feel part of the society. So we also had the same passion, and we had a teacher who was passionate for that. Unfortunately, he's no longer with Sportsout, but we have people who have taken over. Our director, Francis Juma, and Teacher Josephat, who works with the CSP children, that the Empower Me Child Sponsorship Program children. So he works together with them, but also has been key on ensuring that chess is also a tool that those children who are not taking part in football, they at least engage somewhere. That's why he decided to bring up chess, to bring the children together during Saturday and holidays.
I also saw that you have that like a Bible study, and before you start you pray, you actually empower them to know in Christ. So how do you manage that, or what directed you to it?
Actually, discipleship is one of the key things that inspired me to Sportsout, because even before I joined them, I was doing discipleship with my senior team. And even after I joined them, I introduced the same discipleship to the children, and I've been working with the children, because actually I know the challenges they are going through in the slum. And the biggest thing that they need is an inspiration. It may inspire them financially, but that is not enough. It may not be sustainable for a long time. But when you inspire them with the word of God, it's a long term, and it shapes their character, it shapes their moral, it even makes them people in the society who can be trusted and respected.
So, let me say, I'm not living in Mukuru and Njenga, but I want to join Outreach. How would I join?
Okay.
Or it's only for the Mukuru and Njenga kids?
Sportsout is not meant for Mukuru and Njenga kids. It's a wide entity. We are even doing prison ministry, and we invite even people from outside Mukuru and Njenga to work with us as we are going to the prison ministry. So it's not only based on Mukuru and Njenga. We walk to different slums. We walk to Kibera. We have a feeding program in Kibera.
Wow.
So we feed a high school and we feed a kindergarten, primary school and a kindergarten. So it's not based in Mukuru and Njenga. It's why we walk. If we have an invitation, okay, like you said, last month we were in Kakamega, so it was Shikusa prison, and before we go to the prison, we had another visit to Eldoret. So in Eldoret also, in Kitale. So in Kitale also we had a pastor who was passionate for sports, and we inspired him, and we talked to him, and we familiarized with one another on how we can even bring the programs also work in Kitale. So it's also a key thing that instead of just being based in Nairobi, Mukuru and Njenga, we can also expand our programs and also work with other people in other slums, in other areas.
Also in other counties, yeah?
And counties, yeah.
Okay, so sport outreach, okay, for you more, what I see you doing is reaching to kids using sports and also giving them a chance to know Christ.
Yes.
So are the people that you work with at outreach, are they God-fearing, or you're done inspiring them to be there?
Okay, the entire staff team is born again and God-fearing. Actually, we also have every day in the morning we do our morning devotion, led by our pastor Francis Duma. He's also a pastor at the Cathedral of Praise Church, and that salvation keeps us together, keeps us moving.
Definitely in Christ. So I think that not unless David, you have something else to say to us?
Okay, also is an inspiration. Most of the people usually ask notes on my wrist. It's a good thing, yes, but some think it's a Rasta thing. But this is an outreach tool that I use when I met my fellow youths. So I also use it. The red from all and righteousness. Yellow is the part that prepares us now for the ministry. That it encourages us that even after knowing Christ, that's not the end. We still have a chance to work and inspire others. Then the green part now commissions us to the world, that we may go and tell about Jesus Christ. We may go to the world, preaching the gospel of Christ and making more disciples for Christ.
So let me ask, why did you decide something like this, not something else, not a ring, not a necklace, just why this?
On the wrist,
Yes.
because mostly I keep it on my right hand, so that when someone shakes my hand, the first thing it is this. And then he or she will ask, what is this? Then most of the people think this is Rasta, but afterwards that's when I explain. But I prefer to eat on the wrist than on the neck, because actually I don't like things on my neck. Yes. You're not me, so don't be.
Exactly.
Yes, you're not me.
So David, thank you so much. You do sound like super good, and something that if you're out there and you have a heart to minister to people, be it in terms of work, sports, music, whatever way that you can actually minister, do it. People out there that needs it. Okay, I don't know whether you find that need in the field.
The whole world is desperate for salvation. Everyone needs salvation.
So you out there, go out there and preach the word,
Yes.
reach to people. That's all for today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, David, for coming. And you look super great. I like this, the outreach right there.
Sports outreach.
Yeah, sports outreach.
Restoring hope, transforming lives.
And that's exactly what you guys are doing. So thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you next on my next video. Stay tuned and God bless you.
Remember to turn on to the YouTube channel at Jane Lois.
Exactly. And pigs. Yeah.
Sorted Program Kenya.
Exactly.